Oh, great, you're coming too, I hear someone say. How many fingers am I holding up? The voice continues. All five, I reply. Good, is what he said. It's Jonas. What happened? I ask. I found you laying here, Jonas says. What were you running after? I ask. I thought that someone was here. I saw a shadow, Jonas says. I noticed that there's blood coming from the back of my head. Something hit me, but what? I need ice. Well, I'll tough it out. It hurts, but it's not that bad. We should go back out and get you to a hospital, Jonas mentions. We can do that after we find the children, I say. You're always extremely tenacious, but you're not incoherent, that's for sure. We should continue our search, Jonas suggests. Did you notice anything that would be strange? I ask. No, except for that shadow, Jonas mentions. Where did you see it? I question. It was over here, Jonas points to a door. Passing through some rubble, we go through a door that takes us to some closets and an office. All there is in here is more electronics and other products. I find it weird and extremely interesting that no one wanted these products. They wanted nothing to do with this stuff. Usually the company will either throw this stuff out or ship it to somewhere else. I'm not sure why it's still here. In the office, we find a dry pool of blood. There are papers laying everywhere. Chairs are broken, tables are rusted, windows are boarded up. The toilet is laying on its side, and it's a bit broken itself. But then a gust of wind throws the door open. Autumn leaves come in the door as well. That took me by surprise, I said. Me too, Jonas adds. What will we find outside? I ask myself. I get my gun ready. The breeze picks up again. The only thing you can hear outside is the wind and the rustling of the leaves. To my left is a dumpster, and alongside an entrance to the forest, um, to my right is a long stretch of wind. Well, no, sorry. Oh my gosh, I should edit that, but I'm not going to. It's a long stretch of road. Much of it is blocked off. In front of me is a fence, and beyond this fence is the airport. It's also abandoned. The only reason this whole area is abandoned is because of a disease that broke out here that caused the military to quarantine the entire area. The disease caused people to kill each other. Some resorted to chewing on each other. What caused it? No one knows. They'll probably never know because the military killed everyone. They killed men, women, and children. They even shot planes out of the sky, and there was a lot of bombings. They didn't want anyone escaping to another country with the disease. So they raided the control towers from what I've heard, and they just told them, call in the airstrike. All of that was kept a secret from the public. I found out by snooping around, so no one knows what I know. I wonder if anything is in the dumpster. Holy shit, Jonas shouts, covering his nose. I walk over to the dumpster, and as I am walking, I can see the flies buzzing around it. Jonas is still coughing, and I don't know. No, I don't know what surprised him. But I look inside, and oh no, I say. Out of all the investigations I've had, this has to be one of the worst ones. There's a man in this dumpster. He's bloody, and his eyes are staring up at us, lifelessly. I can't stop coughing. Stuff like this gets to me. I cry sometimes. Sometimes I feel all alone. I'm still horrified and haunted by my previous investigations, especially one of the cases that urged me to try and strangle a woman to death after we found out everything she did. She confessed to killing all three of her children. She drowned them in a bathtub after her husband said that he was leaving her. I'm beginning to lose my sanity. This is that video streamer that went missing the other day. He's holding a camera, Jonas points out. I jolt when I turn around. What? Jonas asks. Look behind you, I say. He now sees what I see. It's a deranged looking man wielding an axe. The axe is covered in blood. His hands, chest, and face are covered in blood as well. Who did he just get finished killing? Jonas tries to draw his gun, but the man with the axe raises the axe and begins to swing. Move, Jonas shouts. We run towards the forest. I didn't have the time to draw my weapon. That man is fast, and we're losing distance between him and ourselves. We can hear thunder. It's getting dark, and there's a heavy downpour. As I run, it gets muddier. I almost slid, and holy shit comes out of my mouth. There's a never-ending amount of trees up ahead. I turn around, and well, where is he? While not paying attention, I trip and fall and down an incline. I can't stop myself from falling, but I am now landing in a pit. I can't believe what's in here, though. There are dead bodies in here. There's a lot of flies, and it's a putrid odor. Such a putrid odor. Who knows how long they've been in here, but a lot of the flesh is coming off. When were they killed? I don't know. I try and pull myself out of the pit, but an axe is seen falling onto my left wrist. I stare at it looking horrified. My eyes are wide open as I stare at my stump. Tears are streaming down my face as I scream in pain. And as I finish screaming in pain, I hear footsteps. They sound as if they're behind me. I turn around and there he is. He threw that axe. I try reaching for my gun and notice that it's missing. Stay where you are. You are under arrest for assaulting an officer and committing murder, I say. You'll die very soon, the crazy man replies. Out of nowhere, Jonas comes in and tackles the man. Go run to the car and call for backup, Jonas commands. I get out of the pit stumbling. I notice that there are cabins around us. I try walking to one, but I am so disoriented from getting hit like that I just collapse. ... To be continued. This is part 2 of the story, and part 3, I have yet to determine when that's going to come out, but I'm sorry if this project was late. What the heck? Battery's telling me that it's 15% remaining. Well, that's good because we're still rolling, so we have some battery charge. But anyway, what I was going to say was there's no telling when I'll get the third part done, but I'm in the middle of working on some other books, and I'm getting ready to publish my second book. And the second, there's going to be a sequel to this story. As I was working on this, I was thinking about the sequel to the next story, and I was going to write that as a book. So I don't know. We'll see how this ends. And the funny part is I already started the beginning of it. So I have an idea how this one ends, but I'm going to keep that a secret. Of course, I'm not going to tell you how this ends, ladies and gentlemen. Just stay tuned for part 3. Oh, I hope you enjoyed this part. It was kind of short like the first one. I was trying to make it lengthier, but I have other projects on my mind as well. So I do really hope you enjoyed this part, and please stay tuned for part 3. I apologize once again for the late this later upload. I was trying to publish this the next day, but then I got caught up in some other projects and other crazy stuff happened. So yeah, or actually more like exciting things happen, but then maybe a little bit of crazy stuff. But whatever. Have a great Thanksgiving, and I hope you enjoy it all.